Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the 82 and 0 show. I'm your host, Driz. Today we have a very special podcast episode coming right your way because today we are collaborating with the 94 Feet podcast.
What's up, guys? 94 Feet podcast. I'm Laverick.
I'm Sam.
And today we're going to be talking about award predictions and playoff predictions.
Alright, so let's get it. Cue that intro music.
Hello, welcome back to the 82 and 0 show. I'm your other host, Daniel, and today we have the very special collab, and we will be talking about the awards and the playoff prediction. So, for NBA first team, who you guys got?
All right,
Wanna
coming
start
at you want to? How should we start? Point guard or center? What do y'all want?
Let's go from
All right, so point guard, we got Trae Young.
Trae
Young.
Really?
Trae
Really?
Young.
Yeah.
Although he wasn't on the best team, obviously they didn't even make the bubble. But
Yeah.
this is the first team. We're not talking about MVP. We're talking about all NBA first team. And when it comes to all being one of the best players in the league at that position, Trae Young averaged around 30 points a game on some very good efficiency. All-star starter. I think he deserves this spot on the first team this year.
I mean, yeah, I'm not.
I think Trae Young had a great second season, averaging 30 points, being top 5 in scoring, being second in assist leading with 9 assists. I just feel like he can become that great leader for the Hawks, and I think he's taken a tremendous leap in his second season, and I feel like that's why we gave him that first team All-NBA.
I'm gonna be
So,
honest.
first of all, we counting LeBron as a point guard or small forward?
Because you were listed at point guard.
I think he's honestly a forward.
That's what I would say, but he was marked down this year as point guard.
Yeah.
That
He can play point guard.
I mean, he played point. He started at point guard, but I think when it comes to this, I think they're gonna consider him just a forward.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's fair. But then you wouldn't put James Harden over Trae Young?
Ooh.
We have
him on the list.
It's not the point guard spot.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's about to get real.
Yeah, he's in the first team All-NBA though.
Yeah. All
Oh
right.
yeah, he's on the first team. Spoiler alert, but he's a shooting guard.
We gotta make sure the guard.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm
And
gonna
then
be honest.
what about?
I was not expecting Trae.
Yeah, neither was I.
It's because
But it's-
the team he was on, I think, just didn't make him look as good as he actually was.
Yeah, that's facts. Like he averaged more points than Damian
Yeah.
Lillard, and
Oh
Exactly.
yeah.
but
to be top 5 in scoring and assists in only his second year in the league, I feel like he
deserves something.
He definitely deserves.
yeah,
first team.
I definitely agree with that. But what about Luka? He's a point guard too.
Yeah,
Or you still think he's forward?
That was a tough one.
he had
because
insane numbers.
We really wanted to put Luka first team, but we did elect to put him second team considering he plays more of the shooting guard for Dallas, even though he's the primary ball handler.
Yeah, I
even
get
though
it.
he's the primary ball handler, he plays a shooting guard, so he was a very close cut. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him, not even a little bit, if we saw him there.
Yeah,
It
he
was
was insane this year.
Yeah.
He
had a
was
crazy
29, 10, and 9. 29, 10, 9. Almost triple double this year.
Yeah, that's facts. All right, so really,
Yeah.
but the thing is,
Yeah.
like for Trae, the problem is that he didn't, they didn't even make it to the bubble, his team, and that's like kind of slowing him down,
Yeah, honestly,
like-
you could switch Trae and Luka for first team and second team. It's kind of interchangeable, but
You're gonna give it to Trae.
it's interchangeable.
Same with Harden and Luka and Harden and Trae. I feel like those three players are like they can go go either
Hand in
way.
hand.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like they're definitely gonna be in the top 2 first team All NBAs. I just don't. We just probably like. We're not certain on which one they'll be in.
Wait, so
I don't even have him on my second team.
whoa.
I have, I say Lillard and Westbrook could be above him.
You think Westbrook?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Westbrook, he had a good second half of the season, but I don't know if he's had a better season than Trae.
I feel
No,
I
but
feel like because
That's
Westbrook
true.
was second fiddle.
And we're also not going with the team. We're going more. Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'm gonna be honest. You guys with Trey, that was actually a really good pick, and you just made me think about it. He had a very underrated season because not many people talk about that. But I think in reality, for like when it actually comes down to it, he is deserving of it. But I don't think like the voters will put Trey in the
I
All
can
NBA
see
first
that
team
happening.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
I can see that happening.
just
like
because
you guys,
of the win record. He was a All-Star starter. You said top 5 in points and second in assists. He fits. He has the good resume for it. But I don't think the voters will just put him there just because of the record.
Yeah, I agree.
I totally see that. I totally see Luka going in that first.
But I think he's deserving. He's definitely deserving.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
But
I
also,
agree.
there's also the possibility they still list LeBron as the point guard, and he just takes.
That is true.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
they do
Takes
that,
the
then
cake.
he's gonna get that number 1 spot.
Yeah,
He's
for
gonna
sure.
get that first team spot at point guard.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so
Definitely.
moving on to shooting guard. Well, you guys
wanna
already
move-
told us. James Harden.
We had James Harden shooting that.
You all got
James Harden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got James
Yeah,
Harden.
same
James
here.
Harden. Yeah, 35. He's averaging like Wilt type numbers this year.
Wilt?
Scoring
He's always had an
on the
insane-
scoring. You know, yeah.
No,
Scoring
Wilt-
wise, he's averaging.
Wilt was in. Yeah, wait, go ahead.
A different
He,
league.
he's yeah. Well, Wilt's obviously not human.
But when it comes to like 50-point games,
But when it comes to the
Yeah.
50, dropping 50 in day, like game
Harden
in,
came
game
close
out,
to Wilt when it comes to 50-point games.
then
Yeah.
that's, he's.
Yeah.
It would be hard to put him on the second team, even though.
Yeah, that's
he's-
facts.
Yeah, it would be hard to put him on the second team.
Honestly, I had it looked more like a Jordan Kobe type season, like Kobe in 06, Jordan in 87. That's what it looked like for me. You know,
Okay, I
like
see that.
That's valid.
yeah, both
Yeah,
same
I like-
position,
I like
same
this-
type
yeah.
of play style. You know,
Yeah,
I definitely
like the
see
Kobe
that.
06 one.
yeah,
I like that.
That one makes a lot of sense.
it does, especially you know with the 50-point games too. Yeah, I see that. I was personally for my list, I was debating between Luka and Harden because you saw Luka putting up near triple-double numbers, but
Yeah.
it's not like Harden was just a scorer; he could pass too. So yeah, that's what made my decision, Harden.
And Harden would give you a couple triple doubles.
Yeah,
he-
facts.
now and then, yeah.
It's not like
He'll
he,
consistently
definitely.
get triple doubles, and then maybe not every game, but over the course of a season, he will consistently give you triple
yeah,
doubles.
definitely. He'll definitely get multiple triple doubles for sure. It's not like he couldn't rebound either. So
Yeah, absolutely.
And honestly, people always joke about his defense, but if you look at it, he is top 5 in steals.
he is, yeah.
Always top 5 in steals.
It's the
Yeah, nah, his
casuals that
defense
say
is
Harden
definitely-
horrible. He's improved.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
is.
he's still not that great, but he's
I would say like on-ball defense, he's not that good. But when it
Yeah,
comes to, like,
facts.
playing the passing lanes and getting steals when it comes to like players driving, I think he's one of the best at it. Honestly.
Yeah, that's facts. I read a stat. He was number 1 in
Yeah.
deflections in the league. So, you know, that puts up for his resume. Maybe, as Dion said, on ball wasn't the best, but for sure, the steals.
the narrative is still going to be there that Harden is a bad defender,
Yeah,
but
of
once you
course.
really look at it, it's not as bad as everybody thinks.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of
So-
people
Yeah.
can agree with that.
Yeah. All right. Who did y'all have for the forward spots?
I had
Yeah.
LeBron and Giannis.
That's what we had
If
too.
LeBron counts as a
Alright,
forward.
look.
I don't know. There's
pretty
there's
obvious.
much debate there.
Yeah.
Top 2 in MVP voting this year.
Yeah, both of
There's
them.
no way they don't make it in
Yeah.
to the first team. That's
Yeah.
not really much of a debate.
See, but for me, I had LeBron at the point guard spot.
Yeah.
So-
which could work. It just depends on how the league does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
if
So
But then if that's it, wouldn't you
Yeah.
put Kawhi at
Yeah.
first team, right?
yeah, because
that's what we would do. If that's the
Yeah.
If
case.
you give LeBron that point guard, I'll probably put Kawhi for the small forward.
yeah. I have a question. forget like the regular season. Do you guys still think LeBron's better than Kawhi? Like just best player in the world right now?
I think
Yes.
better than Kawhi, yes.
All around, I think so.
I think Kawhi is
Yeah.
Kawhi is a superstar, and I would say this. Besides Kevin Durant, Kawhi is the best player that can compete against LeBron.
Yeah.
But
I feel like.
so you even think?
If you put those two,
Oh, okay, I can see
if you
KD.
put those two in the finals, I feel like Kawhi. I feel like there's only two there's two players that can give LeBron the run for his money. Kevin
I mean,
Durant
they both
and
have
Kawhi
beaten
Leonard.
him. They both have beaten him in the
Exactly.
finals.
We've both seen him in the finals. That's who LeBron, and over the course of LeBron's career, Kawhi gave him issues. And even when Kawhi was younger, he gave LeBron issues in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think Kawhi
Facts.
is not better than him because there's other people in the league that can stop Kawhi. There's not as many people in the league that can stop LeBron.
That's a good point.
When that debate comes up, it's not even like who can stop who. It's like, for me, it's like a who's the best all around. Like shooting, you could probably get that to Kawhi because he's probably a more efficient shooter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Defense,
Kawhi.
Yeah, because it's Kawhi. But when
But
it comes
all
to,
around
like,
game,
yeah, cause like I feel like LeBron's the most complete player. Like he's averaging 10.5 assists, and I feel like when
That's facts.
when it's like when the game is on the line, LeBron is gonna make the right play, not just take the shot, you know. And honestly, I feel like LeBron's passing is probably the most underrated part of his game, if you think about it, because LeBron makes, and it's not even just like the flashy pass, it's just like he makes the right pass all the time, and the way he does it is just it's kind of amazing for a guy that's to be that size. So I feel like when it comes to all around performance, I give it to LeBron.
Yeah, so for me, I mean, towards the very beginning of this season, like around Christmas time when the Clippers both beat the Lakers in both of those games, for me it was hands down Kawhi. Like hands down. Like nobody could have, even LeBron with the assists, it was hands down. Now, like even now, I'm still like leaning more towards Kawhi, but LeBron's kind of giving me trouble, you know? With the performance he put, even despite the fact that he was shooting terribly in the NBA bubble, like the opener, he's still late in the game, he got it done. So I'm still pro Kawhi, but I'm leaning to LeBron. But the reason why I'm still pro Kawhi is because every time they play each other, LeBron's averaging about 23 points, Kawhi's averaging 31, Kawhi's averaging about 8 rebounds, LeBron's averaging 9, and LeBron's averaging 9 assists, Kawhi's averaging 4. But the thing that pushes it for Kawhi is that Kawhi shoots around 54% when he plays against LeBron, and LeBron only shoots 38. So that's what's like
and
makes.
I think that has a lot to do. Is that just this season?
Yeah, just this season.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with the Clippers defense because they have so many good defenders on that team. Not like they got Paul George, Patrick Beverly, you know,
that's
even
facts.
guys like Mo Harkless off the bench.
Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, like those guys are gonna give those good. I feel like that factors into to stopping LeBron because
but
I feel like when it comes to when a team tries to put their main focus on stopping LeBron, like scoring wise, it's like that might work, but he's still gonna give you 10 assists if you do that.
That's
like
facts.
honestly, I'm the type of person where I'll take 23 and 9 assists over 31 and 4 assists, honestly, because those 9 assists can get you at least 18 points, at least if we're going all twos.
Yeah.
So like one-on-one, Kawhi's stats are better than LeBron's, but when it comes to like the overall game, I'll take LeBron's.
Yeah, I could see that. But also, now another one of my big edges to Kawhi was the defensive end. But LeBron's kind of shown that he still got it on defense. So,
yeah, he did. That kind of surprised me a little bit.
especially in that last game.
Yeah, in the opener, in the bubble
that
opener.
first game in the bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
He really show that when he really is determined, he will get the job done at an elite level.
Exactly, and the criticism was that he was a bad defender. LeBron was never a bad defender in the course of his career. He just wasn't the most active defender and was sometimes called a lazy defender.
That's a good way to put it.
I feel like
He's always been capable.
I feel like he pick and chooses when he wants to defend, honestly.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because there's times where he'll like try really hard and he'll get that chase down block or he'll get that defensive stop. But there's times where it's like, it doesn't really matter. I'm just letting him get it,
Yeah, that's facts. That's
So
facts.
I feel like if he tried on every possession, he could probably go in the first team all defense or maybe second team. But
He just didn't.
because he pick and chooses, it's
That's
just
facts.
he gets that slander.
Yeah, all right, I could see that. All right, Daniel, yeah.
Going back to the teams, for center, I have a question for this one. Would you put Anthony Davis at a power forward position, or
counted
would you
him
count
as
him
a
as
center.
center?
I mean, for the Lakers,
Because I
Yeah,
feel like
then I
he's-
put him on
I
first
feel
team.
like they can just slip him into that first team role.
For the Lakers, he plays power forward, but honestly, you can put him at that center because of how he plays.
He's a center.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. So you guys agree that he's on first team at center?
Yeah.
And there's
yeah.
always, and there will
Not-
always be, maybe they could do position changes, but we're just saying for if this is what happens, this is who's gonna be on there.
Ah, yeah.
This is what we think will make that first
Yeah.
team.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys want to move on second team? So at point guard, who you guys
we
got?
had Dame.
We had,
Facts.
oh yeah, Damian Lillard
Yeah.
is honestly, in my opinion, when in the entire league, I think he's the second best point guard in the league. When healthy, Stephen Curry is the best point guard in the league.
Yeah, facts.
But I would have to put Dame second.
Yeah.
Who's the best? Who you think is the best in the bubble right now?
The best point guard in the bubble?
Yeah, you think it's Dame?
Well, if we're not counting LeBron, I'd have to say it's Dame.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see who else could pose a threat. Yeah, I could see that. Dame, it was unfortunate, even though they're the 9th seed now. CJ was out for a couple of games. Dame was out for with an injury in February, and they didn't have Yusuf Nurkic. They were missing a lot of their key role players.
They were injured for a long time.
Exactly. So
They had a lot of injuries.
the expectancy at the beginning of the season was they'd be a 50-win team, but now they're not, and there's a lot of hate going towards Dame, saying he couldn't, he couldn't do what was expected of him. But when it comes down to it, the team dealt with a lot of injuries, and that's why they couldn't get the job done.
Yeah.
The team was kind of injury prone.
And we've seen Dame go off before. In the playoffs, last year, he took that Trailblazers team to the conference finals.
Yeah.
So, Dame has that determination.
Facts,
It's just
facts.
sometimes that team around him doesn't always cut it, or the situation around him doesn't always cut it. But when it comes to individual play, Damian Lillard is that guy.
I have a follow-up question regarding Dame. Do you think
Yeah,
if he
it's-
stays in Portland, he'll get a ring?
No chance.
No chance.
Not
No chance.
Not unless they bring someone
Nah.
to Portland.
Yeah.
Unless they make big time deals and they get him, they need some defense in that backcourt. I don't know who would work well
with Dame?
Now, unrealistically, Klay Thompson would be unbelievable next to Dame.
Wow. That was
I think
Yeah.
a Paul George player who's more of a forward but plays shooting guard for the Clippers right now. If he came and played shooting guard or even small forward for the Blazers, that would be another good fit just because of that two-way ability.
yeah.
Even I would say even Bradley Beal, who
Facts.
isn't known for his defense, but the scoring of that back. McCollum is a great scorer, but Bradley Beal is a great scorer.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal is the next level McCollum when it
Yeah,
comes
he's
to
like McCollum, but you take it up a notch.
Yeah.
yes, when it comes to bringing it
He's
up,
more
yeah.
athletic, McCollum.
and he's just more elite. He can drop 30 and he can drop
He's
almost
40, honestly.
almost 30 a night. Almost 30 a night for Bradley Beal. While McCollum will give you maybe 20, 25.
You know who else I think? Two players I think would be really good with Dame. Victor Oladipo and Jimmy Butler.
Oh yes, Victor that's. I
Yeah.
agree with that. 'Cause
I know.
those are both two guys that are known for defense.
Yeah, that's
Known for their
facts.
defense.
Honestly, I feel like they just need to start a big man instead of trying to get that guard. Honestly,
I mean, that's facts, but they got Yusuf Nurkic and they got Hassan Whiteside, who led the league in blocks. So I think
yeah, I just feel
they're-
like that team needs a second superstar. Now I don't know if CJ McCollum can develop into a superstar or not, but I feel like if you look at it, most championship teams have at least one or two superstars, or
I mean-
or like one superstar and then second player is like on the verge of being a superstar. You know?
Yeah, that's
And
like
I feel like-
when Jimmy Butler comes in. I think that would have been a great fit.
And honestly, I don't think that the supporting cast, like the role players on the Blazers, are really that bad. You got guys like Nurkic, who I think is a great two-way center.
Yeah, facts.
You got guys like Zach Collins, who can stretch the floor for you and get some rebounds, who's still young but has a chance to still be a very good role player. Guys like Gary Trent, who can be a 40% three-point shooter at times. So honestly, I think it's just that second superstar is what Dame needs next to him.
Yeah, in order for them to be contenders. For sure. All right.
Yeah, that's agreeable. Then who you got
Shooting
at
guard?
shooting guard?
We have
Luka.
Luka.
Yeah, we
other
had
guard.
Luka for the two guard spots. We had Dame and Luka.
Yeah.
I had Luca at first, so then I had Russell Westbrook at second.
I mean, that's
Westbrook had an underrated season.
He's had
facts.
he had 28, 8, and 7.
While playing with James Harden.
Like it's just and 2 steals per game.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
While playing with James Harden, you know, those
What?
are two very ball
Yes,
dominant
while
players.
playing with James Harden.
That's. And I feel
Yeah.
like the second half of the season is where he really caught fire, you know, because I think he had like 30 games before he scored like 20 or more.
He was having a really good second half.
Yeah, he really was.
So I don't think he's
That's
first
facts.
team,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's third team.
I'm really surprised at how that chemistry
yeah.
worked, because when James Harden wasn't doing that well, they had Westbrook, who was doing amazing, and then when Westbrook wasn't doing that well, James Harden was there to pop off.
Yeah. It's,
No, I just found it really cool how how the
Uh,
chemistry with Westbrook and James Harden worked, because when Westbrook was doing poor, James Harden popped off, and then
Their
vice versa.
chemistry, although their play styles aren't as good, their play styles may not fit as well, considering Harden likes to have a lot of shooters around him. So does Westbrook. I think their chemistry kind of overlaps that, and that's what makes them work well together.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised. Yeah.
So yeah, who do y'all have for the forwards?
Yeah, for sure.
I have
You
Kawhi
think-
Leonard, first of all. Yep, and then I have
Really?
maybe Jason Tatum.
Honestly, we put
Well, that's interesting because Jason Tatum, he did have a good season. He had a very good season.
yeah.
But I think he's just one step away, like one small step away.
I don't think he's second team yet.
Yeah, so then who you got? Who you got?
We
at second
put
team?
Ben Simmons second
Who's
team.
your other?
Whoa.
The defense,
Yeah,
Really?
his defense, his
Yeah.
playmaking,
for sure.
He just can't shoot.
I mean,
and yeah, I feel
wasn't
like
expecting
when
that
I
one
feel
either.
like I feel like this one is gonna come to.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to like I feel like there could be some snubs, and if we were to predict the snub, some shocking, like you guys said, this is kind of a shocking pick. I feel like I could see the league voting in Ben Simmons into this spot to be a little bit of a shocker pick,
Yeah,
which is
Maybe.
possible. But I kind of like the Jason
Yeah.
Tatum one more. I kind of like the Jason Tatum one more. So we're actually gonna switch that
Yeah.
out. We're gonna say Jason. We're gonna agree with you guys and put Jason Tatum second team. It's kind of tough because you got to think like
Sure.
there's no Kevin Durant, so it's and there's a couple guys missing
Yeah.
that like would usually be
Yeah.
on the teams. So it's really interesting. Like guys like Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, guys like that really had like the chance to be on like who's usually first, second team All NBA. So it's a little different this year.
Yeah, I could definitely see
Yeah.
that.
No, I agree.
All
Yeah,
right,
I was
so
between,
was that was both forwards.
Yeah. Now we got Stan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at center, I mean, I got Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, we do too.
However
We
you
do
pronounce
too.
his name.
Jokic. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
had
very
a really good season.
When it comes to the top two centers in the league, you always think of Jokic and you think of Embiid. So when it comes to
Embiid.
this, I think Jokic had the better season than Embiid did. You can argue who's better skill set wise, but better season, I say Jokic.
I still think, nonetheless,
Yeah,
I still
I agree.
think Jokic is better than Embiid. Even
Really? Well, I like Embiid.
Passing wise.
I feel like skill set is
Yeah.
definitely Jokic, but if I were to start a franchise, I'd probably start it with Embiid just because I like a center that plays defense
yeah,
or is a really like a superior defender. Because when it comes to defense, the point guard and the center are the two most
important.
important positions of defense on the floor.
Mhm.
So I would have to say Embiid,
Yeah.
but season wise, Jokic.
All right, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. So you want to move on to third? So
This
at
one
point
was
guard,
kinda
who you guys got?
surprising, But I feel like once you hear our reason, you kind of understand it. But we went.
Oh yeah.
We went with Chris Paul.
Oh,
Yeah,
facts.
I went with
I agree. I went with him
I went
also.
with Chris Paul because when they first made that trade, honestly, everyone thought that the Thunder were going to be a really bad team, probably in a lottery pick, things
Yeah.
like that. But
He has a
I
very
think-
underrated year.
yeah, Chris Paul's a great leader, no matter what team he's on, and he shot the NBA honestly, carrying that. Not I would say carrying, but leading that Thunder team to the fifth seed in the Western, which is really hard when you got that young group, so many young guys and on like a
Yeah.
few veterans like Steven Adams, but I feel like Chris
Gallinari too.
Yeah, I feel like Chris Paul leading that young Thunder team to a fifth seed in the West gives him that 13 All NBA.
Yeah, I could see it. There are some players in the league where stats won't do justice for their impact, and Chris Paul is one of those players. Like you can't just look at his stats and say,
Absolutely.
because
Yeah.
if you look at his stats, it doesn't scream all NBA, but like the impact he had for his team, like there was something at the beginning of this season said they had a 0.2 chance of making the playoffs, and now they're the 5th seed in the West,
yeah.
which is
That's what I'm saying, like
so
that
yeah.
Thunder team shot the whole NBA, honestly.
I originally
And it's crazy how far they got up there.
yeah, for sure, but I originally had Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
But you guys kind of changed my mind with that one because, another one like Trae Young or Ben Simmons, we didn't expect it. It's not one you think of.
Yeah, we
off the
definitely
top
made
of
some
your head.
changes too.
Yeah.
All right, at shooting guard, who do you guys have?
Nah. And then for shooting guard.
We put Westbrook at the other guard.
we didn't really
At the other
think
guard,
of
yeah.
shooting guard. We just put like
So we just went with guard, yeah. We just
Oh,
went with the guard,
alright.
and we
Yeah.
went with Westbrook because if you look at it, the shooting
Yeah.
guards, like you don't really want to put Devin Booker or Zach LaVine, or you could put Donovan Mitchell, but I don't know. I just feel like Westbrook they're not good enough to pass up like on Westbrook. They're not better than Westbrook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I originally had Trae Young. But not now.
cool.
I agree.
I can totally
Nah, I
see
put
Trae
Westbrook.
Young actually getting down there though. Just maybe because if they count in team record, but hopefully not.
I had Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
All right, who do y'all have for the forwards?
No,
This one is a little.
I had
Go ahead.
Bradley Beal at shooting guard. For
We were. I honestly wanted to do that, but we're gonna. We considered him a forward, but no, he plays shooting guard though. But which is so honestly, yeah. I don't know, cause like I want to put him on there. He's second in the league in scoring. It's
Yeah.
really hard not to put a guy like that on there.
yeah, but
Yeah.
You know
what
what?
I'm. I give him the benefit of the doubt because even though like the team didn't succeed as much, like if you guys say Trey could be All NBA first team with the stats he put up, being there, I feel Bradley Beal could at least make third team with the stats he put up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to agree with that. We're gonna have to switch it out because there's no way we can't put the guy that's second in the league in scoring on the All NBA teams.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to agree with that one.
Yeah. So then who you guys got at forwards?
We said we put Pascal Siakam in there.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
I believe,
I
if
had
I'm not
him
mistaken,
also.
he was an All-Star starter.
Yep.
Very good season for him.
Yeah.
For the Raptors, who are like what? There's still a top three.
Tons of improvement.
Yeah, still a top three. Yeah, still second in the East.
Yeah, the second.
Probably they're gonna be a top 3 team in the East.
Mhm.
He averaged 23.5 points per game. Looks like about 6. Oh wait, hold on, that's the wrong stat. My bad. Yeah, he had a very good season for the Raptors, proving he could be a leader on a team and be the go-to option on a very good team.
Yeah, exactly. They're the reigning champions after all. Even though
Oh yeah.
they lost Kawhi, they still made improvements with like
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet. There's Terrence Davis. OG Anunoby's healthy. Yeah, they're definitely they're the most slept-on team
They're
for
still a good
playoffs.
team. Yeah, absolutely. Still a good team, and he's the leader of that team. So
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like within the past 2 years, Siakam has really shown that he can become the number one option on the team, like the Raptors. I feel like he's on the verge of becoming like that superstar. Like right now, he's an all-star.
he's a very good All-Star.
Yeah, but I feel like within the next season, he'll be like, okay, I'm a superstar. I'm a top 10, top 20 player in the league type of guy.
And I mean, if I still think it probably
Yeah.
won't happen, but some people do. If the Raptors take down the Bucks and make it to the finals, I think that cements his he's cemented as a superstar.
I got
I know
a
it
question
is.
for y'all. I got
That's a big if, though. That's a big if.
I got a question for y'all.
What?
What team in the East do we think has a better chance of giving the Bucks a run for their money? The Raptors or the Celtics?
The Raptors.
I would agree. The Celtics, I think, are very close,
The
but when it
Raptors.
comes to matching up against them, I think the
Yeah.
Raptors are the best team
You know what?
to match up against them.
Honestly, I got
Yeah, I
Miami.
agree.
Not like the most, but like they could give
Okay,
Milwaukee a
okay.
bit of trouble.
What?
No, trust. Like Jimmy Butler,
They got
their
good length.
defensive
I definitely
core,
see that.
They got
Kendrick
a great
Nunn,
defensive team.
Bam, they could give
Guys.
them a couple games for sure.
I feel like
But,
yeah.
I feel like their experience would play a factor in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like guys like Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic,
That's true.
off the bench, like James Johnson,
yeah,
who's been getting minutes. Wait, James Johnson is not on the team anymore. He's on Minnesota, isn't he?
he is.
They traded Iguodala. They have Iguodala, Jay Crowder, Iguodala and Jay Crowder.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like
So-
they, experience-wise, and their system might give them some struggle. So I see where you're coming from with the Miami reference.
I mean, Bam, I'd put him on Giannis. I think he could do a good job. I don't think he's gonna stop him, but he could definitely do a good job.
Bam's a good defender for
I
a
don't know
big guy.
if Bam would be able to handle it.
Yes.
Would he be able to take
Honestly,
Yeah,
like,
but would
my
he
thing
be
is
able to
Bam is
take Giannis?
undersized for a power forward or a center.
Yeah.
He's only 6'9", but I feel like his athleticism makes up for that like a
Yeah.
ton, honestly.
Yeah, and he's a very good
He has that
defender.
athleticism, so I feel like that makes up for it a lot.
Absolutely.
I don't know
Yeah.
if he'd be able to stop Giannis, but I feel like he'll do a decent job of containing him a little bit.
Yeah,
That's fair.
All right,
I agree with that.
Honestly,
Yeah, so-
He's the best player on that team that has a chance of stopping Giannis.
but I thought
Yeah.
the Celtics, honestly, because I feel like they have better depth than Miami. They just don't have a center to match up with Giannis.
Yeah. No. I was saying.
Yeah.
I was saying Miami
Yeah.
could, like, they're slept on for who could take down Milwaukee. They're a bit slept
Yes.
Yeah.
Slept on.
Yeah, they're
But,
slept on.
you
They're
think,
they're like fourth in the East.
You think it's Boston, like number one most likely to take down Milwaukee?
I feel like
I
they're a
think
dark
so.
horse.
I
They're a
think
dark
so.
horse. I wouldn't say most likely, but they definitely I feel like they have a better chance than some people think they do. Maybe
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
best chance,
I mean,
but a better chance
If
than some
Jason
people think.
Tatum,
Because their overall defense.
yeah. Like if Jason, you gotta also take into account
Yeah, no, they
Chris
definitely have a
Middleton
good team.
before the bubble apparently didn't touch a basketball in 3 months. There's that. There's also Boston, as you said, the depth. They got Kemba Walker, who was slept on as a Boston player too. They have Jaylen Brown, who had maybe some would say a bigger leap than Jason Tatum. They got Enes Kanter. They got they got Tatum. They got Marcus Smart. You know, it's a deadly team.
Marcus Smart's gonna be big time in that series.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the X
my
factor
thing
for
is,
him.
I agree.
The best way the Celtics beat the Bucks is if Jaylen Brown is on fire. I feel like Jaylen Brown's that X factor.
I think all those.
because Tatum and Kemba can give you
It
40
would
to
be
50.
hard though.
But when Brown is on fire, Brown can give you anywhere from 20 to 30 as well. So that's like 80 points from the three of them. So I feel like if those three are on fire, that's probably the best chance at the Celtics beating the Bucks.
I honestly think
What
that
are the chances of that?
I don't know.
What are the chances
Like
of that? then?
Brown, he's averaging like 20 a game. But I
Right.
feel like he might have to get 25.
the
Honestly.
way I see the Celtics beating the Bucks is Kemba has to average 25, Tatum has to average 25 plus, and Jaylen Brown has to average at least 23 to 25 plus. That's the
Yeah.
only way I see the Celtics beating
Yeah.
And they have
beating
to
the
rebound.
Bucks.
They have to rebound.
Yes, which is they have Cantor
Yeah.
for, which is a very good rebounder.
Cantor and Daniel Tice. If
I
they
like
can
Daniel
rebound, if they can out-rebound the Bucks, I think they win. That's it.
They have a chance.
Alright.
I think that's what they have to do in order to beat them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
So
All right,
I'm
who
pretty
else do we have to?
at center. Who do you guys have?
Who's the other
The
forward? you
other
have?
forward, we
other
originally had
forward.
Jason Tatum, but we agreed with you guys and we decided just to move Ben Simmons down
Yeah.
to third team. So we already talked a little bit about Ben Simmons. I think I don't think he's better than Jason.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
What about Jimmy Butler?
I don't.
You know what?
Honestly, you could.
Honestly, yes. I agree. I'm just gonna Ben Simmons went from 100 to Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler. I'm doing it. I'm putting Jimmy Butler up there.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
doing
pick. That's a really good pick.
I forgot
didn't-
about Jimmy
I didn't
Butler.
even think about that
Yeah.
at all, honestly.
Jimmy Butler's had an exceptional season for the Heat team.
That's a great pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I like that.
Yeah, and at center,
Yeah.
you guys got, I assume, Joel Embiid.
Yep.
Yeah, indeed.
You guys got
Embiid
Joel Embiid at center.
is too good. Is too good
Yeah.
not to
It
make
was-
an All-NBA team.
Yeah.
It was close for me because there was Bam I really wanted to put there. I
I
really
know.
wanted to
If
put
there was a fourth team, it would be Bam.
because
You don't. If
Anthony Davis doesn't go center and then you move them
Yeah,
all
but the
one
thing
up,
is,
then I put
with Bam-
I put Bam.
he was like a leader alongside Jimmy Butler, and they were the 4th seed in the East. And what surprised me a lot is Philly is the 6th seed, and like Embiid had Ben Simmons and like that
Yeah.
team. He had like he was Joel Embiid, but he also had Ben Simmons, and he wasn't even
Right.
top 5 in the
Here's one
East.
thing.
Like,
I think the problem with Philly is that they're too forward heavy. Like you got Ben Simmons, you got Embiid, you got Tobias Harris, like
yeah.
and when they made those trades and those signings, they lost a lot of shooting. Like,
And they have Al Horford.
yeah, and Al Horford, like they lost a lot of shooting. Like yeah, they signed Josh Richardson, but he's not the same shooter as JJ Redick was.
Facts.
So I feel like when they let go of Redick and when they did that when they traded Covington, they lost like most of their perimeter shooting. Honestly,
yeah, I could definitely see
and
that.
that's why I think they're struggling as a team. because you don't have
Yeah, I
guys that
agree.
can space the floor. Like you got all these tall dudes, but how well can you space the floor out?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes.
'Cause I feel like Tobias Harris and Al
Yeah.
Horford are still trying to like find their role within the team, and that's why they're so streaky throughout the season.
Yeah,
Good point.
definitely. Yeah. So those are the All NBA teams. You guys want to
Yeah.
move on to awards?
Yeah.
Should
Yeah,
we
you
do
wanna go
MVP
to the
first,
awards?
or
How do you want to do it? How do y'all want to start it off? Start with MVP?
Yeah.
Who do you guys have?
Yeah, start with
Let's hear
MVP.
y'all.
Start with MVP.
Start off with
Giannis, 2
MVP.
votes for Giannis.
Giannis. Giannis.
2 votes for Giannis.
That's it's
Easily.
unanimous. Well, it's not gonna be unanimous, but
I don't know.
it is unanimous.
For me, it's not. But yeah, I will.
Really?
That's okay though. That's
You're gonna
valid.
put LeBron.
He'll be a good second place.
Yo, you want to hear something? If Giannis
Facts.
had LeBron's
You know,
minutes,
Dennis
he would be
Schroeder
averaging
averages more
35
minutes than
points.
Giannis, and he's a Sixth Man of the Year
35.
candidate.
That's a valid point.
Honestly, here's my thing. Like,
Yeah, bro. Like, and the Bucks are 53 and 12.
That's right.
I mean, it's definitely.
I mean, honestly,
Go ahead.
I see the Giannis argument, but I feel like Giannis is a more dominant player, but I don't think he's a better player. That's my
Yeah,
thing.
that you like.
I think-
You like skill.
Yeah, and
me
I feel
too,
like,
me
I
too.
feel like for LeBron to be 35 and still averaging 25, 10, and 8,
Yeah,
it's just and to be the first seed in the West when all these critics and analysts say, oh, LeBron can't compete in the West, LeBron won't do anything in the West, that's why he stays in the East, and then to go to the West and be number 1 seed and be 35, averaging 25, 10, and 8, I just think that's just
That's elite.
yeah, that's elite. Like no one else is doing that at 35.
yeah.
Yeah, but I
That's a
won't be
good- that's a
upset if
good
I
argument.
won't be upset if Giannis gets that MVP because he's still like I said the most dominant player in the league right now, and he's had a great season.
I mean, we're not
the past 2 years.
like we're not saying like Giannis is better than LeBron because that's not true. Like, for example,
I'm saying,
like
That's facts.
Yeah, we're
Facts.
going by
when
this season.
like LeBron was gone last year, he had injury. But when when Giannis won MVP, would you guys say he was better than Kawhi last year? I wouldn't say that.
I can't. No,
like
not
I'm
Toronto.
saying, I'm thinking he's more dominant. Like,
Facts.
and he's probably had the best season out of everybody. But I'm just saying like. He's more dominant. He's the most dominant player in the league, but I just don't think he's the best player in the league.
Yeah, right.
facts.
Yeah, definitely
Like,
not.
was Shaq ever the best player in the league?
No, but he's the most
He
dominant.
was the most
Yeah, it's
dominant.
Probably the most dominant player in the NBA.
Yeah, that's why
Or
he's.
most dominant big man. Shaq was definitely the most dominant
No,
big
player.
man.
We can say player. We say
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Right.
But-
All right. What next? You want to
Yeah.
do defensive
Yeah.
player of the year next?
Yep.
Fully agree.
Defense. All right. We got
I have
Yeah,
AD.
sure.
really.
What you guys
I
got?
got Giannis.
I have.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a toss up between Gobert and
got
Giannis
AD.
for me.
Bruh,
They're not
Bro,
gonna
he's
give him
deserving
both
of the
awards.
award.
Isn't-
They gave
I think
they gave Hakeem both
They're not
awards.
gonna give him
I
both
think in one
awards.
season they gave
They can do
Jordan
it. They can do it.
both awards.
Jordan's gotten both awards. Maybe not the same season,
It's
but he's got them.
so rare.
No, he
though.
has. Yeah, he got him in the same season. But that's the
No,
thing.
I mean in the same
Like,
season.
he has.
Why can't they?
He's
If he's the best defensive player and the best overall player that season, they got to give it to him, right?
yeah, exactly.
I think Giannis deserves it. I just don't
Oh, okay,
see
Okay.
I
a
can
world
understand
where
that.
the voters are gonna give him both awards.
But he's definitely the most deserving of it. He has the most defensive win
Yeah.
shares in the entire league. Like
Yeah.
almost 5, and he's only played not that he's
Yeah.
only played around 66 games. So yeah, I mean,
I agree.
I can see it him giving it to Giannis because he averages like around 14 rebounds. And how many blocks does he average?
Yeah.
like not more than 2.
Yeah, see, my thing is AD's probably
He has one per game.
he's a top 2 rim protector in the league. I'd say him and Gobert are probably the top 2 rim protectors when it comes to centers. But I feel like for AD to be averaging 2.4 blocks and around 10 rebounds a game, and I feel like you can probably you can give it to AD.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can see them giving it to Giannis. I just don't
I
think
agree
they
with
will.
that.
Like how you said earlier, them not giving Giannis 2 awards in the same season. I can see that. So I see them giving it to AD.
Yeah, but if you're gonna use like as you said, like the blocks and stuff like that, like it's a very valid point. But I'm gonna go back to I'm not denying like 80s on ball defense, but let's say you were saying James Harden should be a candidate because he's top 5 in steals or something. That doesn't really make him a great defender. I mean, Giannis, he won't his stats won't blow you away, but his defensive presence, it shows in the win shares. Like he contributes the most on defense in the entire league, and that's just
Yeah. I wasn't. Yeah. I agree with that, and like I wasn't saying Harden was a good defender. I'm just saying like his defense is often like slandered.
yeah.
But
No, I wasn't like I was just using that as an example. Like his defense
I get
is
that,
slandered. I'm just saying like if some people would.
yeah.
I wouldn't be
It can go
opposed to
either
giving
way.
it to Giannis.
Yeah.
It's just
All right.
Like honestly, there's like this season. There's like in previous seasons there's a clear cut winner, but this season it's kind of a toss up. Yeah. All right. We all have.
yeah. I think there's a
Dude,
clear cut
there should be
winner though for
unanimous.
rookie.
It's Ja Morant.
Oh yeah.
It's Ja Morant.
Come on.
Wait.
He played
Zion
like
played
500
19
something
games.
minutes.
He
Like,
didn't give
come
it to
on.
The media.
No.
No.
No, it's not happening.
It's not.
No,
If-
I know it's not happening, but I'm saying the media.
They're
really
giving
wants Zion to win that rookie of the year.
I know, but he's
It's
in.
not happening.
That's how I see it.
He's ineligible. He's.
Yeah.
How
I
could
know.
they give
Listen,
it to him?
if Joel
He
Embiid
played
didn't
less
win
than
Rookie of the
20
Year,
games.
he played more than Zion did. Zion's not winning it.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah, like I completely agree. John Morant is gonna get it clear cut. It's unanimous.
They wish he
It's a
did, but it's
no-brainer.
not gonna happen.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the media wish Zion got that MVP. I mean not MVP, rookie of the year because look, Zion's on the cover of 2K21, and he only played like what?
It should be
He hasn't even played 20 games yet.
Yeah.
They're trying to make him
Yeah.
the next LeBron.
Exactly, but
They're trying to make him the next
Like,
LeBron.
Like I will
Calling
say,
it
in the
100%.
10 games he's played, he's been really good, but he hasn't had a better season than John Morant. It's that simple.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Who do you think's like forget rookie of the year? Who do you think's better, Ja or Zion?
Zion.
Zion.
Ja, but Zion's more dominant. No,
Zion's more dominant.
Ja, but
Zion-
Zion's more dominant.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Zion-
I
because
think
of
Ja's
how
a better
huge
player, but Zion is
like,
just more
Ja
dominant.
is
than
But I
He's
think him being dominant makes him a
Yeah,
better
but
player, if
Zion-
that makes sense.
I haven't.
Like
look,
in this
I
in this
understand.
context,
Yeah, but I
feel like
haven't.
Zion's dominance. Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't seen enough from Zion to be convinced otherwise. Like Zion, he's only played 19 games in the leagues. He's been prone to injury.
Yeah.
You know,
So far, yeah, you're right.
he like
I
Ja
think
led
when it
his
comes down to it,
Ja led a young team in the Western Conference to the 8th seed. You know, he's
that is true.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think Ja Morant is the better player overall, but I think Zion is more dominant because of how big and strong he is.
Yeah.
Now
That makes
athletic he is. Like just because of his athleticism and his strength, he will get you 20 and 10 a game.
facts.
Based off of that. Now imagine if you added skill to that, like him being
Yeah.
able to shoot really well, him being able to like be really good in the post. Right. You know?
Yeah, but that's just like
But I
saying
feel like based off
if you're basing it off of dominance, then who like let's say I'm gonna pair up.
Let's look at it like this. If you were to start a franchise, who would you rather start a franchise with, Giannis or Damian Lillard?
I mean, but that's like completely out of
Giannis, right?
Easily Giannis.
Although Damian Lillard's a better player, Giannis is more dominant.
Okay, yeah, fine. I could just.
So,
All right, go ahead,
although
finish.
Ja's the better player, I'm still taking Zion because he's more dominant. He's gonna get,
Yeah, but who's better, LeBron James or Shaq? Who would you rather start a franchise with? Like Shaq's more
Make a very
dominant,
good point.
but LeBron's the better player. Just like LeBron or
That is a
Jordan.
good point.
LeBron's more dominant, but Jordan's the GOAT. I mean, unless you guys think otherwise, but
That's
it could work both ways.
we're gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that one. But Yeah, when it comes to being the best player, I think Ja's better, but Ja is more dominant. That's just my
Alright.
thing about it.
Yeah,
That
I
makes
mean,
sense. I can go with that.
they're just rookies. We won't. We'll have to see a couple more years to.
Yeah.
It's
Time
fine.
will tell who's
Yeah.
the
All right.
best player.
Yeah.
Mo-
And then who y'all got for most
Brandon
improved player?
Ingram. Brandon Ingram.
Oh, yeah.
He took a bigger
I
jump.
have one. I
He
don't
took
know
a bigger
if,
jump than anybody.
that's
He was.
Oh.
It really looked like he wasn't. Like he looked like one of those guys that was gonna be one of those. He looked like one of those players before he got traded. That was always gonna be one step away. He took that step. He is an all-star. He's averaging 25 a game. I think he has to be most improved player.
Yeah.
And he took it the jump so quick.
And if it's not him, I might go Luka.
Bam.
I got Luka.
Bam, thank you, Bam. I got Bam.
Luka.
I got.
Yeah,
Luka.
Did you guys?
I got
Bam is my
Luka.
number 2.
That's a great pick too.
Don't sleep on Devontae Graham.
No.
Facts. There's also I think TJ Warren too. A
I don't
bit.
think he's
Yeah,
in
but
He's not like,
agree with that one.
but I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying like he's improved a lot
there.
too.
He's definitely improved a lot this season though.
Yes, I agree. I don't think he's in that MIP though.
Yeah,
I think he's
know.
improved. I don't
Like,
think he's in.
I see him like
If
a
we're
top
going
5.
I see him like that.
If we're going top 3 for most improved, I would go Brandon Ingram, Bam, and Luka.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the top 3.
Mine would.
yeah.
Yeah, mine would probably be
I think
Ingram,
Luka
Bam,
would make it.
Devontae Graham. Devontae Graham was not playing last year, and now he's averaging 18 a game, 18, 20 a game. So
Yeah, but
and his team isn't good, but you gotta acknowledge that.
I mean, for me, Bam, like I've never heard of Bam Adebayo until this year, because he had that. That's
I
like,
agree, but-
that kind of tells you how big of a leap he had. I mean, like he was averaging 9 points a game. Now he's averaging 17, 10. He's a great defender. He's
Yes.
taking a big all-around leap.
I agree, but for Doncic, I simply find he started off strong and
Yes.
just went
he went from
like insanely stronger this season. Like he improved his scoring by he went from 21 to 29. He had 9 rebounds and 9 assists, almost a
Seventh in the
triple double. He brought his team to 7th seed in the West. Like
and he's a top 5 MVP candidate.
he's been
Think
insane
about it.
this year, and I think
Oh,
that
yeah, Luka
he will
has-
take it.
That's
for
why.
that
That's
reason.
why I'm saying Luka's in my top 3 if you're going for most improved.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
But I definitely I'm like
Yeah.
most likely to get that most improved. I think is Brandon Ingram though.
Brandon Ingram? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Bam,
me too.
Yeah.
I got Bam or Brandon. Luka close 3rd.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
because of
Bam
the
will
seeding
get it
and
though.
The record, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Like Ingram, he
Because
took
because
Bam.
because he are 4th in the East and the Pelicans
Yeah.
like 9th in the West.
Right. All right. All right.
All
Finally,
right,
how do y'all sixth
Yeah.
man of the year?
and then who we got?
And then sixth
Oh, yeah.
man of the year,
I said
Montrezl Harrell.
I'm saying Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, I got Montrezl.
Honestly,
Well, I could go either two.
Who do you guys got?
Either of those two guys on the.
Thank you.
Clippers.
yeah, you get
Maybe.
either Montrezl Harrell or Lou Williams because they're both averaging 19 off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Montrezl Harrell had 19, 8
Yeah,
Right.
in like 20,
I like the
28
Schroeder
minutes
pick,
per game
but
off the bench.
I don't know.
I still got Schroeder.
I will back up my Dennis Schroeder picks. You look at the Thunder and their seeding, 5 seed, right? Dennis Schroeder off the bench is averaging 19 a game, 4 assists, and almost 4 rebounds.
How many minutes?
And
30.
and he's doing that on about 30 minutes a game. About 30, 31 minutes a game. So if you take Dennis Schroeder off this Oklahoma City Thunder roster, they're not a 5 seed.
Facts.
He's everybody, no matter how good Chris Paul is, if you take
Yeah.
Dennis Schroeder off the bench of this roster, they are not a 5 seed in the Western Conference.
Yeah,
I feel
that's how
like-
valuable he
I
is.
feel like you could almost say the same for the Clippers though, because if you take Montrezl Harrell or Lou Will off,
Right.
that
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
I think Montrezl Harrell or Lou Williams could go and win it as well. I think when it comes down to the actual award, Dennis Schroeder should win. I think he's the most deserving of it.
If I'm gonna be honest, bubble, like the first game the Clippers played, they didn't have Lou Williams or Montrezl Harrell, and they went toe to toe with the first seed in a contender. They went like toe to toe with them, and they lost.
If you think about
Yeah,
it,
but
But
honestly, that was their.
Paul-
their
they were-
first
they
first
pop up for like
game
40.
LeBron's. That's why. Wait,
yeah. You said what?
No, what do you mean popping off? Like PGA had 30, he did great, but it wasn't popping off like 40. You know, like they went toe to toe
True.
with.
Yeah.
He had an above average game.
Honestly, I just felt like the game was only so close because it was their first like official full 48-minute game in
The
Oakland.
Clippers had a lot of turnovers that game.
Yeah,
Too. They were
both,
rushed.
the
Yeah.
Lakers did too. Like they had like at
Yeah.
least 6 turnovers in the third quarter. So I feel like it was a really sloppy game. That's why it was so close.
Yeah, but it was sloppy on both sides. And
Yeah,
I still
exactly.
think-
Yeah.
But think about it like this though: if you put those two,
Yeah.
Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams are 2 top 5 players on that whole Clippers roster,
Yeah.
and they were missing them, and they were competing with the Lakers without 2 of their top
Yeah.
5 players. Lakers had their full roster. I mean, minus Avery Bradley and Rondo,
Yeah, but that's
But you-
Bradley's still a key defender for the Lakers.
but he's not playing anyway.
But still, you could kind of like. You kind of balance it out though, like no
Right.
Montrezl Harrell, no Lou Williams, but hey, look, no Avery Bradley, no
But Avery Bradley a top 5 player on the Lakers?
LeBron, AD,
I mean, no.
yeah,
I guess so.
He's
LeBron,
not.
AD, Avery Bradley, Danny Green.
Yeah, I say so.
Who's.
On the Lakers team,
Who's top 5 then?
I think he's like.
probably tough.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
I
he's
think
6.
Avery Bradley's in top 5.
Yeah,
sick.
LeBron, AD, Avery Bradley, Danny Green, Kuzma.
How about JaVale?
Yeah.
No, nothing. No love for
He's
JaVale.
not doing enough.
Yeah, you right.
Nah.
No, I mean.
There's no reason Danny Green should have more rebounds.
Yeah, but look at the Clippers' depth compared to like the Lakers' depth.
Oh yeah, we've
Oh, yeah,
talked
they have
talked
way-
about this
They
countless
probably
times.
have the best depth in the league.
They do.
honestly. Maybe.
And they lost more
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
like the Lakers lost. They lost 2 like all-star
Yeah.
type players.
By
Like
far.
and
Yeah.
you know, I think it's just that's like Avery Bradley. If you lose Avery Bradley or Rondo,
Yeah.
it's like not the biggest deal. Like they replaced it with Dion Waiters, who was doing really good that game.
Mhm.
And
yeah.
Yeah. He had a great game,
yeah, exactly.
which kind of surprised me honestly.
Nah, he's nice. I didn't see J.R. Smith that much.
Yeah.
I feel like this guy get him into the rotation a little more.
Yeah.
Let him catch fire.
I feel like Dion played a lot more because they signed him before the whole pandemic thing, and then they didn't sign JR till like last month.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, the team
That's
chemistry
facts.
was low.
Not enough time to get like acquainted
Alright,
with the team.
So I think that's it.
Coach of the year. Real
Oh
quick.
shit, my bad. Go
Real
ahead.
quick. Coach of the year.
Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse.
Okay. Yeah.
I got Nick Nurse also. Could be because we're
I'm trying to think
Canadian.
who else. Who else am I thinking of? Boone
Yeah.
Rozier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have gone to Mike.
Billy Donovan. You think Billy Donovan could get some recognition? I could give Billy Donovan some recognition,
But he's yeah.
but I'll give it to Nick Nurse.
Yeah.
Because they lost Kawhi and they're still
Yeah.
Because
in the East.
you look at their roster.
Yeah, I'd still find
and
myself giving it to
There
Nick
have
Nurse.
2 All-Stars and a lot of really good players, and they made that into a 2 seed.
You're like,
So,
to lose your number 1 player and still be a second seed in the East is just a tremendous job by Nick Nurse. Honestly.
Yeah, and I think they
Yeah.
had a similar, if not better, record than when Kawhi was there.
That's impressive.
Even though Kawhi had load management
Yeah.
and didn't really care about the regular season, still it says a lot.
Yeah. So I think it has to be. I think Nick Nurse is probably going to walk away with the Coach of the Year award.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
That's it.
All right, Daniel, do the outro.
Deserve. Yep. Sure. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe and go follow the
me?
94 Feet
94
podcast
Feet.
on
Oh, no,
YouTube
you
and
go.
all of your socials. You wanna shout
Instagram
them out?
94 Feet Pod. Everything else is in there. Come subscribe to us. Subscribe to these guys if you were watching. You aren't subscribed. These guys are killing it. Yeah. Go follow them. Go follow us. Go follow
Yeah,
all of our
thank you.
personal socials if you want. Yeah. That's 94 Feet. We
We out.
All right.
we out. Deuces.
Peace out, guys.